Prepare to be boarded, or whatever.
Yeah, we're on a fucking boat. Where the hell are we supposed to flee to?
You could
Hey, you could always do like that hunchback magician and find a rowboat.
Or we
and
could
then
just
row a boat gently down the stream.
Yeah.
very. No, life is not a dream.
Anyway, we fight.
The man shrieks his battle cry and lashes out with a heavy-bladed cutlass. You're up against a Daldanian river pirate. And how much your combat skill?
27 plus 2.
So would that not be 29 in total?
Yeah, okay. Roll a die. Give an ear.
10.
Right. You don't barely even acknowledge him as you just stab him in the face as he runs charging against you, then move on, ignoring him like you would a speck of dust on your boot. You win.
Yeah, I can sort of imagine like rip him to pieces. Not today. I'm sleepy.
Leaping over the dead bodies, you fight your way across the deck to where the captain is in combat with 5 pirates. While he attacks with a longsword in his right hand, he parries enemy cutlasses with a bronze sleeve shield that encases his left forearm. He fights with cool determination, making light work of the battled clumsy pirates. Then a warhorn heralds the arrival of an even formidable wave of attackers. You anticipate the captain's danger and rush to protect his back from the snarling, man-eyed pirate berserkers. And we have a picture.
Great. Let's see it. Nice.
Huh. I sort of like the sword that one guy, yeah, I can see. Yeah, that is the captain. Yeah, I like his sword. I like the little twists.
Now, you're fighting the pirate berserker. Due to their state of battle frenzy, the pirate berserkers are immune to mind blast, but not to... Oh, but you don't have size surge, so that doesn't matter. You can't use your trickery on them. So, yeah. Given so that means you're 27, right?
Yeah.
Right. Given you may roll a die.
6.
Right. The screaming madman rushes at you with his battle axe and prepares to cleave you, though you manage to block a blow from actually hitting, or almost barely from hitting you. So you sustain a small injury of 1 endurance point.
Which is the equivalent of just making us go,
Yeah, basically. And you shove him back and deliver a mighty gash to his chest, spilling blood out on the deck.
I'm not cleaning that.
Nope.
Me
No,
neither.
Okay, you may roll a die again.
3.
Right. The guy rushes at you again, trying to lop your head off with a massive swing of his axe. You pull back, but he managed to get a minor scraping on the side of your neck. You lose 2 endurance points. You reduce with a massive stab right in the gut, spilling blood and leaving some of his organs hanging out of his now open chest. But the guy keeps moving. Apparently he's too furious to realize he's already dead.
young man, don't leak while you fight.
Okay, give an roll a die.
7.
You move forward and decide to finish the work with another swift stroke of your sword, carving the man open like a Thanksgiving turkey. The tide of battle has turned in your favor. The pirates came in search of easy plunder, but your furious resistance has broken their nerve. They flee from the deck, scrambling into the longboats to escape. The captain follows them, hewing at them with his sword. He cuts his way to the ship rails and grabs the pirate leader by the neck. He rams the man's head against the mainmast once, twice, 3 times, with a rage that splits the timber on the pirate's leather-clad skull.
Oh shit, Haddock has gone berserk.
Man,
Seriously, Haddock has gone berserk.
Yep. Ha! He cries gleefully. I always said the Daldanians have no head for a fight! Ba-dum-dish.
Neat.
The battle ends as swiftly as it began, with the surviving pirates melting away like phantoms into the fog. There are a few casualties among the mercenaries, but the boat's crew have been decimated. The pirate berserkers trapped them below deck and slaughtered them. Only one escaped their murderous blades. The captain takes command, marshalling repairs and overseeing the burial of the dead. As the bodies sink beneath the dark waters, the Casonara emerges from the mist to the welcoming sight of Luyan.
Bless you.
Luyan, the city of flowers and wine, greets you. Hello, Governor. Its towers, timbered houses, and fortified
flowers
permanent
and
walls.
wine, not tea.
So, my mistake. Bonjour!
Yeah, that's more like
It's
it.
a city. You can say whatever that.
And fortified
It's
perimeter
a city. You
walls.
can say it whatever.
A fortified perimeter wall silhouetted against the sky. It lies in the shadow of the Cenas, at a dangerous bend where the fast-flowing storm undercuts the sheer slopes of Mount Prindar. The captain docks at the Luyan quay for provision, and as his men busy themselves with a myriad of duties and tasks, you accompany him on a visit to the Luyan apothecary. The entrance to this famed establishment is marked by a huge stone jar, cracking on its chains. The shop is vast and full of things that stir your curiosity. Towers of container liquids, mountains of coarse-grained powders, and forests of roots and herbs crowd the bleached wooden shelves. The captain seeks medicine of strength and healing in readiness for the battle ahead, and the herb master's eyes widen with delight when he reads the captain's list. They are his most expensive preparations. Do you wish to examine some of the potions that line the shelves? Or would you rather wish to take a look at some of the other shops in the street while the herb master prepares the captain's orders?
I don't know.
I think we should stick with the captain, but let's just look at some of the potions on the shelves. I mean, there's no harm in just looking, right?
That's true.
So, you agree?
Alright, we look on the different potions, I would say.
Several of the smaller stoppered glass jars contains potions that could be of use to you on your quest. As you peer along the shelves, you look carefully at their labels. Potion of Lamspur restores 4 endurance points per dose, 5 gold crowns. Potion of Gallowbrush induces sleep for 1 to 2 hours per dose, 2 gold crowns. Rendalim's Elixir restores 6 endurance points per dose, 7 gold crowns. Potion of Elither increase combat skill by 2 for the duration of 1 combat, 4 gold crowns. Grey Wheat Concentrate cause death if swallowed, 4 gold crowns. You may purchase any of the above potions, all of which are backpack items.
Which ones we should choose, if so?
How many gold crowns do you have left?
Let me have a look.
8.
Yeah, 8. You know, I'm sort of getting envious of your math skills.
My what skills?
Math skills, but I actually think you mean memory skills.
Memory skills, okay, sorry. Memory skills.
Oh, I thought he said math skills. So I was just about to be insulted.
Like he said, mad skills.
Okay, so yeah, that could have been quite the number of things apparently. But yeah, do you wish to buy anything?
Well, don't we have a full backpack as it is?
Yes, you do.
We do.
I guess we could use that sleeping draught thingy. That's about it.
In short, the sleepy. Nah, I have to be honest, I feel a little greedy at this point, so I think we should preserve whatever gold we have.
Okay.
Well, what about you, Warlord?
I agree with you.
Alright, we keep some gold.
Right.
Overpriced pieces of junk.
Okay, so do you wish to look at some of the other shops in the street, or would you rather wait for the captain to be served?
Let's just wait for the captain to be served.
Alright, I say we wait then.
You help the captain to carry his purchases, which fills 2 large wooden boxes. As you stagger from the apothecary, he tells you he is anxious to return to the boat without delay. His men are good soldiers, but poor sailors. He fears without his watchful eye and stern command, they will forget their work and drink themselves into a stupor. His fears are unfounded, His fears are unfounded, for upon your return to the quay, the Casanora is fitted out and ready to sail. Cast off! Booms the captain, enjoying the novelty of his new riverboat command. We'll make Rem by nightfall! The captain is as good as his word. At dusk sails over the storm, you sail into the horseshoe harbor of Rem. The city is choked with people, mercenaries from the north and west, weapons merchants from the east, and ragged refugees from the war-torn south. The captain orders men to sleep aboard the Casanara this night, forbidding them to go ashore, for Prince Ballon of Rioma and his mercenary knights are encamped inside the city walls. A bitter and long-standing rivalry exists between the two companies, and the captain wisely wishes to avoid any confrontation. Rumor has it that a number of the Stormland's most powerful princes are gathered in Rem to plot the defeat of the Slovians. However, the captain believes it is more likely that the robber barons are conspiring against each other to steal the riches of Tekaro for themselves. You set sail at first light, bidding farewell to the slender twin towers of the Rem citadel, which overshadow the city quay. The storm flows southward through steep-sided fields of vines, arranged in endless straight rows like the waves of a green sea. The weather is warm, and you spend the day on deck, watching the traffic of refugees heading north along a highway, and the strange gigantic toads, the sloats, at work, pulling riverboats and barges upstream. Huh, well, that's certainly not something you see every day. It is late afternoon when you sight the town of Iula in the distance. You saddle your horse and shoulder your equipment as the Casanara berths at the town's pier. And you didn't purchase a riverboat ticket. So you ride into Iula at the captain's side.
No, we did not.
His banner emblazoned with a flaming battle axe fluttering overhead. The town has been turned into a huge army encampment. Its people have long since fled to the north, abandoning their homes and livestock to the gold-hungry soldiers. Men from a dozen nations rub shoulders with warriors of less than human origins, united by common greed. Ah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
The captain turns to the south, where the highway is clogged with foot soldiers. As you catch your first glimpse of Tekaro, burning beneath a pall of black smoke, your heart sinks. This is where the Lawstone lies, in a city under siege from an army of 10,000 fighting men. Good luck with that, by the way. As you approach a tangle of siege works at the bank of the River Quall, the captain points to an encampment in a field to your left where a blue flag with a gold eagle flutters in the soot-laden air. Prince Everwin's standard, he says. The time has come to meet our paymaster. Do you wish to stay with the captain's company, or have you decided it's time for you to leave the mercenaries?
Well, we are in Takero, aren't we?
What?
Are we in Takero now, or are we in the...
You are in Iula, and Tekaro is on the other side of the battlefield.
Oh. Well, we're gonna have to cross it on our circumstances.
Yeah.
So the question is, do we do it alone or in company of mercenaries?
Yeah, do we cross the field alone or do we do it with an army? I say we should stick with the mercenaries just for the time being, at least.
Well, I would second that idea, although I get the feeling that for some reason we are going to be sent out recovering the prince's hands or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, on the other hand, maybe it's not a good idea to get involved in this war. Maybe we should sneak away now. Although I don't think the mercenaries will appreciate that after we, after we've been living on their pay in Soren.
What would you say, Givenair?
Well, they have been nice people and helped us out, so maybe we should stay. What is they say that if they scratch our back, we'll scratch theirs.
All right. Just saying that this might turn